Hey, welcome back, gang. This is DashPay Magazine's Crypto Analysis Update. I'm your host, Aaron. I just wanted to thank you for joining me today, and a special shout out to Steemit user affiliate who posed a really good question on my last video. I didn't see it until this morning, so I just answered. But basically, he was asking about the two-part question about the mechanics of technical analysis, and also about that situation with the Chinese miners, which I alluded to in my last video. So I put a response there, and I always appreciate good questions, and there's so many in our comment section. So thank you for that, and keep them coming. So let's start off here with the Dash market. It's really the strongest market I'm seeing out there. And I'm going to tell you why. So this morning when I was preparing for this video, I drew this. You see this overhead resistance line that's kind of a rectangle shape. When I drew that, this is like 45 minutes ago. We hadn't even touched it yet. And I expected to make a run at it because there wasn't a heck of a lot of overhead resistance before then. But no sooner did I draw it than we actually made a run at it, and you can see it's on some pretty good volume. So this is really, really legit. If you recall, just to recap, we kind of predicted this price increase here because historically, whenever we got over 60 on the RSI, relative strength index, it's always corresponded to really good upward price pressure, and this time has proved no different. Like what I'm seeing on the MACD, it's just really strong. One thing to, for kind of down the road is we are technically overbought here on the RSI. We're up here in the, about to ping the 80 mark. That's, it's just something to keep in mind. We've done that before, of course. In this level, it can stay overbought for quite some time. The last time was about 5 days, so we probably have a little more juice in the tank to go a little bit north. Will we take out these highs? We'll see. My money's on yes. And then after that, we can start the process of climbing towards all-time highs. But we won't get ahead of ourselves. We'll just kind of take it as we get it. But nothing not to like here in Dash. Bitcoin, of course, is a little different. And I've been just scouring the charts to figure out what's going on here. And of course, there's a lot of selling pressure. But when I was looking at the charts, the Chinese yuan denominated charts versus the US dollar exchanges, I always notice a little bit of difference, but it's clear to me that the yuan markets lead the price action. There's just a lot more volume there, and of course a lot of the miners are there, so they're gonna produce a lot of the selling pressure too, because the miners sell the Bitcoin. So that's not a really big surprise. But what I did notice here is I was looking for signs of a reversal. Now, if we go to the day long charts here, oops, let's go back to the 4 hour. So here I noticed this candle in candle terms, this is called a hammer, and those we always see at the end of, or rather the only time you see these is at the end of a downtrend, and this can be an early warning sign of a trend reversal. So how those work is, the rules for that is these little tails are called shadows on both ends. So on a hammer, what you've got to have is the tail has to be at least twice as long as the body of the candle. And what that indicates is that it opens here, had a lot of selling pressure, but the buyers stepped in and started pushing the price back up, and when this candle closed, it makes this formation, which is called a hammer. But caution here, you have to have follow-up on these. Anytime there's just a one candle pattern, you have to have confirmation, obviously, because it's, you can't just use one candle. And here we started to get that. We got this candle here, some good price action, this candle here, and the third candle, we've got a little bit of indecision here, and now we've got this one. So it's looking like this is being invalidated. Again, these markets are moving so fast. When I initially prepared for this video, this looked like a valid pattern. Now, I mean, just like in real time, how we're looking at this is looking to invalidate that. Unless by some, you know, real miracle, we rally back up here and close above, or at least on where this candle is, which is about 41.28, then that would be legit. But right now it's looking like that's becoming invalidated. So as always, these are really dynamic markets, so we got to keep our eye on it. In the last video, I got a request to take a look at Ether Classic, or Ethereum Classic, the ETC. So I'm thinking this one's a little more difficult. Like, how I like to look at charts that are paired with Bitcoin, because to me that's the dominant player in the crypto space. It's kind of like the reserve currency. It's kind of like the dollar in fiat currencies. That's just my take. But with ETC, there's kind of a really love-hate dynamic going on with ETC versus the normal Ether, or the new Ether. So I thought we would take a look at, I love it, there is actually a pair of ETC, ETH. So this is Ether Classic versus the new post-fork Ethereum. And so this is a 1 hour chart, and I wanted to use this because I don't know what happened, but within the last 8 hours, there was a huge gap up to here, which is about where we started tracking this data. So you usually see this kind of action, I don't know, like somebody comes out with, in the equities world, somebody comes out with a really good earnings report, or in the biomedical field, somebody comes out with you know, a new drug that they're going to market. That's when you see this type of price action. It's very strange. Here, I haven't checked to see what news is out there, but something's going on, and it's, you know, it's trading pretty strong. We've kind of backed down a little bit, and it's just really interesting to see where this is going to go. There's not a heck of a lot of data, so we don't have a lot of trend, or certainly the indicators aren't worth anything at this point. But I'm really interested to see what's going on here. So I will probably check in as soon as I know that. If you know something, please put it in the comments so we can all follow up on that. This is really exciting news. All right, so I'm going to pass the computer off to my lovely wife, who needs it for her job. So thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.